Good afternoon, evening, or morning. I'm the Mainly Digger, and I'm metal detecting today. I cannot wait. This is an old mill site in Oakland, Maine, and I'll throw obviously more history in later. It's a very old mill site. The mill burnt down. All mills in Maine, like if they're not there anymore, they burn down. I was worried about coming to the site, and because of my ankle and getting down, I wasn't going to come here. I wasn't going to come here at all. I was going to do an easy site, and then I was like, yeah, I'll just stop and look. Didn't just stop and look. Every time I pass this place, and I pass this place multiple times in a week, I'm like, man, I want to go there. I need to stop. I need to go and look and see what I can find. Go exploring, try to walk down the stream, just do something.
So, story time. Back up about 2 years ago when I first got back to Maine, and I was detecting in my sister-in-law's backyard, which she lives right next to me, so it's pretty much my backyard also. I found this tin and a whole bunch of other things. Most of my videos, or a lot of videos, are shot in that backyard or in my backyard. Tin just caught my eye. It had a design on it. After I cleaned it off, I saw the design. To this day, I don't know what the design is. And I wanted to do some research on it. Doing research was a little harder than I thought or first expected, because that whole area was a dumping area for the trains in the 1900s. It's right next to the train, and it's about a mile away from the train station. Also caught my eye, besides the design, is that it was spring loaded. I haven't pulled back the entire lid because I didn't want to break the spring mechanism. So it's just cool. Why would you have something like this? If it was shoe polish, then it wouldn't have a spring, as far as I know. My thoughts, maybe it was a makeup tin or something like that. Because I also found lipstick, not in that same area, but in my own backyard, a lipstick container from the 40s. So I'd pull it out, I'd look at it, think about it, research some other stuff, and then put it back. About a week ago, another Mainer contacted me, or sent a message on my YouTube channel, and telling a story about it was a condom tin. And it's just, it never really popped into my head that's what it could be. And I knew it was antique, and it was Victorian, and it never occurred to me. Shout out to Down East Waves for coming up with the correct answer. Just a random shout out now that I'm doing shout outs to Northeast Metal Detecting UK. In UK, the detectors in UK always find obviously the oldest stuff, but it's always interesting to see what they find. There's such a range of different centuries in the UK. All right, so back to the tin. And how I found out that this was a condom case or prophylactic case, vintage, is that, so I went to Martin's, which is I always go there. It's I won't call it a thrift store, but it's definitely a Maine staple. And I was talking to an elderly French-Canadian lady about metal detecting and history and local history. Just random conversation happens all the time. And I showed her the picture. French Canadians in general are just a different type of people, especially from that era. The older generations, they're just different. And I mean that in the best possible way. I love the older French Canadians, because it's how they say things. And they could say, the way, I'm not even going to try to say how this lady said it. It was very absolutely hysterical, at the same time appropriate. She was explaining to me that she kind of laughed, and she recognized the design kind of the tin, and that I'm not even gonna. It's funny. It's hard to say it the way that she said it and say it correctly, but it's she's like, yeah, I recognize it. She didn't come out. She discreetly said what it was, the way she said it, and like I knew exactly what she was talking about. I've been curious because it's an interesting tin. Like there's like that's such a, especially the spring loaded mechanism inside, this and that, and it's a condom case. I'm going to attempt to give you a condensed version of what I've done. I've retaped this like 3 or 4 times because it's so long. Oakland, Maine is known for making axes, tools, because of the stream that I'm currently on, which is the Messalonskee stream. These maps are from the 1800s. In general, on the Messalonskee stream, there's a whole bunch of old mills. That's Oakland, Maine used to be known as West Waterville Village. What I'm trying to Messalonskee Lake, which at one time was known as Snow Pond. This is where the dam is located now. The dam that I show in the video.
Here is some of my gear that I have. Obviously the AT Pro, waterproof headset, pinpointer. The pinpointer, it's not broken, but I took it apart, or I didn't take it apart. I was changing out the battery, and the gasket was half off, or like half cut in half. Like it was cut in half. So there's no gasket on this, so this is not touching water. Sadly, I love this thing. I'm not, about the same time last year is when I lost the gasket. So I'll find, I'll either put elastic on it or buy another gasket. We'll see. Instead of a shovel and digging tools, I have my good old pickaxe. The sift, whatever you want to call it, for a sand digger. Let's call it a digger for sand, and that Waterville Gary gave me, and brought my trusty little digger, another digger. Words, I can't think today. I'm so excited to just get out digging and be out and about. Here, instead of, so for underwater use, I have a handheld detector, another one. I've had it I've been out multiple times with it, and I'm gonna use that. I brought a bag with gear, water, whatever else I needed, or so excited. I actually just had it packed from a different adventure that I didn't go on. I cannot wait to get this started. Like I said, at an old mill site in Oakland, Maine, kind of looking around. There's the bridge right there, and there's the dam. Kind of go this way. But one of my videos, I spent too much time on one site that didn't, across the street. It was an old Grange. Didn't find anything. Turns out the Grange was moved, and there's nothing, there's nothing there. Like both Waterville Gary and I found nothing really. Found coins, a couple of coins, but that's about it. You just go around. I just like looking at the old mason work, and kind of just seeing how I just like looking at old stuff. Not a whole bunch of trash. There is trash, but not a whole bunch of trash. I brought cut resistant gloves that I always wear, or I should always wear. I don't always wear them. I have my old army boots on. I was gonna wear my baits, but they didn't provide enough ankle support for my bad ankles. So, and well, at least in water, see how rocky it is and stuff like that. So I don't know how long this video is gonna last. I might have to be like, I'm done, I'm out, we'll see. Anyway, it's gorgeous. That is kind of cool. It's a hole in a rock, that's all it is, but it looks man-made. I have no idea. I'm just kind of exploring, looking around right now. I don't have any of my gear with me. It's just gorgeous out here. So I'm gonna go down that way, kind of walk. First I'm gonna go metal detect in this area. It's kind of a sandy spot. Who knows what I'll find. Kind of stuff trapped over the years. So during the fall, sometime during the fall, they let out the dam and this whole area floods. On the other side, there's a house like right there, so I'm not going to do much in this area. I don't want to bug them. There's two concrete pillars a little bit right there. So first find of the day, not the riches I wanted to find, but it's the, you know, it's another piece of metal pulled out of the stream, and found it right about there somewhere. I got really excited about this right here because it looked like it could be a grinding stone or something like that, but it's just a concrete pillar that they set in. You can see the squared off. That is cool. It's cool anyway. I just thought, I got excited because it might have been a grinding stone, and it's not. A little bit under the bridge. Not really find anything. I don't want to stay here in this part too long. I just think it's cool to look at how like dams work, and so I haven't really found anything yet. I just kind of been exploring and trying not to you know, go too far in depth into, try not to hurt my ankle as much as possible, and metal detect, it's whatever. Anyway, this is the other side. We were on that, or I was on that side, and it's more exploring than metal detecting, or I guess metal exploring with a metal detector, however you want to say it. But just looking around. I didn't think it was this big. It is still the foundation right here. You can see all the pottery and pipes. Some of those pipes are modern day, so I'm kind of looking modern day finds. I guess I'm looking at that is, I'll pick it up later, is a light socket, I think, for talking to an electrician the other day, and talking about stuff, and showed me something similar to that. So looking around, a whole bunch of glass, and just a good time. Like I'm enjoying myself. My ankles doesn't hurt too much yet, so pulling up pretty good. Guessing a poop pipe right there, an old poop pipe. Who knows? Not picking that up. This is a chunk of metal. No idea what it is. Putting it in my pocket, taking it out with me.